So you support the two-state solution as one option to trying to find peace. Do you believe that that is realistic now when there are 300,000 Israelis who are living on the West Bank, that they're going to withdraw?
Well, we call them settlers. We don't call them Israelis because they have been transferred in contravention to international law and the Fourth Geneva Convention. They were transferred from Israel to the occupied territories, so they are illegal settlers living on land that was illegally confiscated by the Israeli military occupation, and the number is 500,000, not 300,000. 300,000 in the West Bank and 200,000 in Jerusalem. I think the two-state solution is fading, and I think Israel should be concerned about the prospects of not achieving a two-state solution. Many in Israel today argue that time is on their side, and that they can play out time with the US administration, with the international community. People will forget, and then the status quo will become a reality on the ground. They have succeeded in many areas to impose facts on the ground, such as the settlements, such as the wall that they are building or the fence, and they have managed to prevent a resolution to the conflict. But the current status quo is not sustainable. And if Israel thinks that by continuing its military occupation of Palestinian land and Palestinian people, that this problem is just going to disappear, and the Palestinians are going to wake up tomorrow and say, well, you know what? Forget about independence and freedom. They are wrong. And what is happening in the region should send a signal to the Israelis that the will of the people is always stronger than any other military power, and that the only way to achieve peace and stability to both Israelis and Palestinians is the realization of a two-state solution. Because what are the other alternatives? The unsustainable status quo, which will turn Israel eventually into, I know that many Israelis and many supporters don't like that word, but into an apartheid-like state where they discriminate against Palestinians, and this is a status quo. Or the other alternative is the binational one state. And projections say that within 15 years, the number of non-Jews in historic Palestine from the River Jordan to the Mediterranean will exceed that of Israeli Jews who are living on that land. So demographically, it's not going to be in Israel's favor. And if Israel wants to maintain its character, its special character as being a home for Jews, I think it's in their best interest to immediately reach an agreement with the Palestinians to create a Palestinian state and to realize a two-state solution, because the alternatives are not going to be favorable to them.